Have you been thinking to start making pixel art? And right now thinking what application should I use? Well, there is a lot of options to paint in pixel art. Some of them are free and some of them are not. In my opinion, the best free software to make pixel art is Krita. I've been using Krita about 10 years now, and I use it for all of my 2D digital art. Pixel art, textures. I even made the YouTube thumbnail with Krita. It's a really good program for digital art generally, but especially for pixel art, you have this basic pixel process. There's a really good layer options with multiple different layer style, multiply, screen light, etc. Of course, you have the basic color selector options, the color palette. And I think the selection tools is really good in Krita for pixel art. This makes the selection of the pixels really easy, and you can after change the colors, move them, whatever. If you need to make tile sets, there's really good wraparound mode. With that you can easily paint tileable tiles. I for example made lots of tiles and tile sets for games, and some of them I'm selling at the Unity asset store. And because Krita is general digital painting software, there is lots of options to change the color and the value with different tools like hue saturation, adjust the levels, and use the curve tool, change value of the image. There's also very good animation support for frame by frame animation. I use this for all of my pixel art animation, and you can see the time lapse if you want. That can be found in my channel. Also you have the grid tool, and this is really good if you're making the tile sets or isometric painting. It's really helpful to use the grids. I was thinking about the cons that Krita might have, and there isn't really pixel perfect brush that some of the pixel art software has, but with using the eraser tool I really don't miss that too much anymore. Also maybe for the beginners, Krita might be slightly difficult at the beginning. When you open the software first time, it might be a little bit shocking because it's made for digital painting generally, and there's so much options that might scare some people. But if you keep using it for a while, it's not really that hard. So let me demo the Krita by making small painting. You can, if you want to make pixel art, you can just choose this template or make your own, but start with really small canvas. Let's put this out of the way. Usually I like to put the white background to just a little bit gray because the white really hurts your eyes. And if you want, I recommend choose the pixel art brushes. These three are the default. Usually those three pixel art brushes is enough for pretty much everything, at least in the beginning. So usually I just like to sketch something. I was thinking to make something fast and just to demo purpose. I really didn't have too much idea what to draw, but I was thinking some simple house might be okay. So I think this kind of gas station, oh of course I'm in the wrong layer. So here you can see the good way to, or one of my favorite tools is the color selector. So good, Ctrl X, paste, Ctrl V, and now we are in the correct layer, and let's fix this problem. It's always the wrong layer, of course. I'm just planning to paint something super simple using the basic feature Krita has. Usually I use the brush tool and rectangle selection. You can clean the lines. I'm always using pretty much the one pixel brush, and using E, you can see here you have the eraser mode, so if you are drawing you can erase. So that's how I clean the lines. Like I was saying before, with the eraser I really don't need the pixel perfect brush so much anymore. I was planning to make some kind of shop or maybe gas station in like side view. Always remember to save your files, because if Krita crash. Because my plan was to make something simple shape, I'm using the line tool pretty often here. It's a good way to make doors and, well, straight lines, of course. So finally I decided to fast forward the painting process because it's quite simple. I'm just sketching something and erasing, cleaning the lines, making some new elements in the painting. There's really nothing so special, just paint, clean the lines, try to sketch something in your mind. And here I made a new layer below, and I'm making the flat colors, trying to think a little bit where the light and shadow could be. And I decided to use the basic palette, that is the pixel art 32. Usually I like to use some more colors of my own, but for this demo purpose I was thinking it's a good idea to use the basic stuff that Krita has to offer. I really like to draw this like crunchy stuff that is broken and old paintings. It's kind of give character to the elements in the picture. So here I took the overview there, and it's kinda helps you see the overall feeling and where you should add more details and more things to paint. It's a good idea sometimes to mirror also the canvas. It kinda gives you the fresh view what you're painting. If you wanna mirror the canvas, you just press M, and it's actually that easy. The good thing with the color palette is that it's kinda gives you creativity with a limitation, and if you're using somebody's else color palette, usually you know that the color fits pretty good together, so you don't have to know too much about color theory. You just paint the things and normally everything fits together nicely. So finally the image is some old gas station at the desert. I really recommend you get some reference image when you start doing. For this one, for example, I didn't. I just started to paint, and I think if I would just see a few images before, I think it would help. For example, the pillar in there, it looks like stone pillar, and my goal was more like making it this kind of board, marketing board or price board, and that wasn't exactly my goal, but looking afterwards, that just happened. Really just adding some details going all around the image, adding stuff that I think fits the image, adding slightly more colors and different values and details. So here it is, the final gas station painting. I'm pretty happy of the result, and if you would like to learn more about Krita and the pixel art, I'm planning to make something more beginner friendly and take the time to show the basics about the UI, the animation, maybe make some isometric pixel art, top down. And if you have any requests, please let me know at the comment section. Thank you.